Exams today have become one of the tools that used to measure the intelligence and the learning capacity of the child. Dear students, as you are busy preparing ourselves for the board exams, I dedicate this episode on title 14 Tips to Score Good Marks in Board Exams.
Welcome to Kidzrio Inspire Podcast.
We can always find pressure mounting during board exams, especially for the parents. Their worries would be whether my child will be able to reproduce the answers as for the questions asked. A great amount of fear and anxiety from the teachers. Will all the children in her subject will get through the examinations? And if you look at finally, the old pressure from all sides makes the child restless, going through various moods that he or she would have to come up to the expectation of the parents, teachers and society. For the child, it is just judging the fact of life. If he or she does well in exam, life will be built based on the marks scored in the board exams and will have greater future ahead. Dear students, I hope these following 14 simple tips would be a greater help for you to do your exams well. Point 1. Prepare a timetable. The first thing as a student, you must prepare the timetable as for the subject slot, time and follow it. For an example, if you have only 5 hours to spare for your study and then you allot subjects only for those 5 hours and be strict in completing the portions in a stipulated time. Point 2. Make a flexible time frame so that you prepare it well, the chapters that you are studying. If you have fixed particular time for one subject, it's better to stick on to that subject and time every day. You are mentally prepared, your mind gets set well so that every day when you sit for study, straight away you can start preparing the subjects in an easy manner. Point 3. You can change the timetable. When you are preparing the timetable, you should be mentally preparing yourself for any changes. You may feel after a few days a particular subject needs only less time. You can cut short that extra time and then you can devote to the tough subject which needs more time so that you can better perform the weaker subjects too. Point 4. Gradually increase the time for study. Initially, don't make comprehensive timetable for self-study. Increase your study timing every week. For an example, start your study timing for about 45 minutes and then as the day goes by, increase it by 1 hour and then later, once you get used to the timetable, then you can go ahead with the 2 hours and 3 hours likewise. Point 5. Study every day. Study every day, devote time for at least 3 subjects in a day and complete all your classworks as for the instructions of your subject teachers. Work more on those subjects which you feel tough to understand and get good understanding of the content and the chapters and the questions and be familiar. Point 6. Study all the subjects every day. The general tendency of the students is this. When you find subjects are tough to understand, you just try to avoid it. You usually go with the subjects that are easy and you like. No. You should study every day all the subjects. In order to score high marks, you should study all the subjects whether you like it or not every day. Do not leave any subject for more than 2 days without touching the book, without going through the content. Every subject should be taken up for study every day at least for some time. Then only you'll be able to have a general idea of the concept, of the chapter, of the questions, etc. Point 7. Self-study. Self-study is the one that would make you familiar with the questions and answers. So, devote at least 5 to 6 hours for self-study. Make sure never strain yourself losing your sleep and relax after a while when you feel like taking a break. Point 8. Don't sit for a long time. Set a time frame for each subject. Never sit for long. You can also take 1 or 2 short breaks of 10 to 15 minutes during a continuous stretch of 3 to 4 hours of a study. This will help you to be fresh and it enthuses your brain for further studies. Point 9. Refer previous questions. Have a habit of referring the previous year's questions paper, sample papers, board model papers, etc. Be familiar with the pattern, what type of questions are generally asked. Also refer the model answers too, so that you have a general idea before you take up your exams. Point 10. Go through the answer sheet. Whenever you are given a test in a school and get marks awarded, just go through your answer sheet seriously and see where the needed corrections has to be done and work out and present better next time. Point 11. Take care of your health. To study well and to do your exams well, you need to put up extra effort in taking care of your health and hygienic. Exercise. Take more of green vegetables, milk and other nutritious food. Drink more water. Point 12. Get guidance from your teacher. Teacher is the ultimate guide till you complete your board exams. Always seek guidance from your particular subject teacher about all your doubts to be cleared. Point 13. Do slip tests. The more tests you write, the more familiar you become with all your subject questions and answers. Once the portions are done, take some time on Sundays or even holidays. Do self-test by yourself to test how far you are prepared for your board exam. Point 14. Keep your goal. It is very important to set a goal in the beginning of the academic year that you are in an important period of your study. Every minute and hour is so precious, and keep working till you achieve your goals.
Kidzrio Inspire thanks you for listening to this episode. Please feel free to share, rate, review, subscribe to our show, and visit kidzrio.com for more educational resources.